and experience a whole new world of Singer, your trusted online family company.
The flavor nice, it's locally made. Affordable price, Lord, up to $3 retail. When you see we line it, with the red and white case, show me what you like. It's cigarette from Empire, Holdings Limited. It's cigarette from Empire, Holdings Limited. With over 60 years experience. Oh, the best tobacco, best ingredients. Yeah. This is your boy Lou to say, support local, buy your cigarettes from Empire Holdings Limited. 10 cigarettes in a pack for up to $3 retail. Remember, smoking is not for minors.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Alrighty, so we are back with our Talk to Us segment, and already we have somebody on the line. Hi, caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning. This is LeBron. I wanted to challenge some of the things that Dr. Thompson said in the previous segment. First of all, for him to suggest that the NDP is having issues with supporters, it is not the leader of the NDP that is out there telling supporters, don't grumble between now and election. That suggests to me that it is the leader of the Unity Labour Party, because of this gruntled supporters that is out there publicly asking them to stop murmuring. It means that they have a problem over there with people who are not satisfied with what is going on in their camp. Those sort of messaging would suggest to me that it is that party that is imploding. Furthermore, I will also put forward to Dr. Thompson that the New Democratic Party currently does not have any marginal seats, whereas the ULP has several. And as people who are avid followers of politics and also understand the science and numbers and math behind of it, it would suggest to me that the ULP stands a greater chance of losing seats than the New Democratic Party. So when he comes with the suggestion that the ULP is making a broader approach to seat margins, it's totally ridiculous. It is founded on nothing that is mathematically possible by politics. Right? As it relates to the Southern Grenadines, I'm from the Southern Grenadines, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I know that it is nonsense to suggest that Evan Stewart even has the chance of winning that seat. It's impossible, and it is not going to happen. So I'm not even going to dwell on it. What I do think, though, is that it is interesting that you were able to associate an increase in spending there with the ULP targeting the seat, and that is only because the Unity Labour Party went ahead and took an essential worker from the medical field and put her as the face of distribution of aid in the Grenadines, and something is fundamentally wrong with that. The next thing, the New Democratic Party will win the next election by more than 8 seats. But I'll tell you this, Laverne Gibson-Villas is going to beat Camelo. Kishore Shallow is going to beat Carlos. Israel Bruce is going to beat Saboto. Chevron John is going to beat Grace Waters. And I could go on. And as a matter of fact, I won't be surprised that the New Democratic Party wins at least 11 seats in the next general election, at minimum. So when I hear him talking about these sort of baseless things, there are things that must be checked. Like math. The ULP has way more seats that are marginal than the NDP has. All the seats that the NDP has are solid margins.
So Lavon, so you're saying it's 11-4 in favor of you, and he's saying it's 12-3 in favor of ULP. Interested.
What I'm saying is, he's saying the NDP is going to retain 2 seats, right? And let me show you the propaganda in that, right? The propaganda in that is this. And I could ask you, you may not want to answer. Do you think the NDP is going to lose any of the 3 Kingston seats? Any rational person is going to say no. Furthermore, we're not losing any of the Grenadine seats, so that is already fine. So for him to put forward 3, it's totally ridiculous and baseless. When you think about it.
All right. Well, to be fair, enough, I think both of you are standing 10 toes down for your parties, eh? So yeah.
It is not a matter of 10 toes down. It is a matter of what we think and a matter of math and probability. And this is me trying to introduce a conversation of reasonableness. All of the seats that the New Democratic Party currently holds, that is 6, we hold them by significant margins. And furthermore, if you think about it, Nigel Stevenson has the biggest margin of victory from the 2020 election. That's not going to dwindle, right? And you look at the ULP, that has a seat by 1 by 63, another by 100 and something, and their support based by virtue of the fact that their leader at a public event recently said, I know that some of you are unhappy, but don't grumble until after the election. That is an indication that they're losing support.
All right, love
so if he had put forward a position to say they're going to keep what they have, which says to me that the ULP is not going to increase in support, maybe somebody might have been able to wrap their minds around that. But for you to come and suggest something like that is totally baseless. And I put forward to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines this morning that the Unity Labour Party cannot reasonably come to people and say that you've had 25 years and you still need more time to fix roads. You still need more time to fix schools. I mean, ridiculous.
All right, Lavon. We'll allow Doc to respond, all right? Doc?
I don't know what to say. I harp on what you said, Roleza, starting off with the Southern Grenadines. You see, candidates.
All right, so let me Doc, we have Dave. He was trying to call for a while now, so let's just to take the call from him and then we get back to it.
They will echo the same thing.
Dave, good morning.
Good morning, oi.
Were you?
I'm so happy.
Go ahead.
Yes, I'm so happy to be hearing my friend Dr. Gerald Thompson, man, trying to make a way. Well, here now, the way Thompson is speaking, ULP should win all 15 seats this time around. I know the NDP.
He was probably being modest.
The only political. Hello?
Yes,
he was probably being modest.
It's the only political party, in spite of all the negativity that is being, thrown against the NDP. So, Dr. Thompson,
yes,
I expect you guys to win all 15 seats.
Oh, really?
Right?
Really?
Yeah, I am saying that to you based on your assessment, your political.
You were listening to another station.
Analysis and all of that.
You were listening to another.
ULP.
You were listening to another station.
According to those within the ULP, the best party this country ever had, and so they are above criticism. Nobody better than them. Them better than everybody. I am just putting on my little piece of political, I'm putting on my political.
I think you got the quote wrong. Nobody, Vincentians, nobody is. We ain't better than nobody, but nobody better than us. I think you got the quote. I think you got the quote wrong. You should listen. You've been around the Prime Minister many times. You've heard it before. You're twisting it up. You know that.
Oh, he's tailoring it. You know what?
Everybody knows what I said. If what I said was incorrect, Nobody, Vincent Jones, you are good people. Nobody better than you. Don't have no inferiority complex.
Yeah, like
David
but yet we find such insulting words.
Yes.
We treat people with contempt in this country, especially when it comes from
he should have given you that.
Government.
He should have given you that job.
You believe that you
Doc,
Dave,
Doc,
he should have given you that job.
Doc, behave.
Trying to put it.
You should have been cabinet photographer.
I am trying to be for Roleza there, you know. I just hope she has a head on. Because all your attempt is to see how you can put you in a spot and try to win her over. But I hope
win her over. Oh, so Roleza, Dave, you're saying Roleza's an NDP support. Dianna, you hear that?
ULP man from ever since. But that don't mean Roleza to follow she father, eh? So no, but don't try that, Thompson.
Who said that she could be following her mother? Who knows? I mean, I don't know. But the point is, for you to diminish Roleza, she's a woman who can stand up for herself and talk for herself. Don't put her down, so man.
All your honor is telling she don't know if she could talk when she said. You made a comment, you know. All your honor said something in response to what she said, and you don't know if she could talk when she said.
I said that.
All right.
I said that.
All right.
Go right.
I said that. Well, maybe
Thompson.
You're trying.
Winning all 15 seats.
You're trying.
Tell me, comrade. I hope you can win all 15 seats. Thank you.
You see, Gerald Thompson.
Keep you making notes. You have another caller. Hi, caller. Good morning. Hello.
Yes, good morning. I didn't call to talk marijuana this morning with Mr. Thompson because we got talk personal things, but I will talk marijuana on Hot FM. Anyway, here's what's going on.
So random. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, you have the ULP in Southern Grenadines. You have Miss Siobhan Stewart, a nice person. I really, she actually come and shake my hand to see how I single-handedly, starting from January this year when we had no ATM and I control the flow of cash between the supermarket and thing and make. She actually come and thank me to try to hold on to tourists. Some of them are begging them to stay overnight. We're going to watch your boat. We them things. Anyway, the main thing here about the story is you have a Guyanese man that is running a page called ULP Southern Grenadines. Ask this Guyanese man who is some deputy director of civil aviation in St. Vincent. Come from Guyana and he was a air traffic controlling union. You get big up too under the ULP. So let him know when we pass messages, so for certain things through that page to get to certain people, do not block us and do not start to play the game because you come from Guyana, you ain't gonna make people unpopular here. I do believe you have a chance in Union. You do have a chance. I feel so. After so many years, people have changed because you've helped certain people. But what you have now, you have minions hanging on and trying to program Miss Stewart in a kind of way. In, for example, instead of going to Middle Street, let me go back street instead of to Middle Street, or let me go front street instead. You understand? So what we've done now is made sure to point in the right direction. So make sure the person that is handling you, the ULP page, take it from them and give it to a Unionite or somebody. You're not from somebody from Guyana. You hear? Have a good day.
Yeah.
All right. You know what he's talking about?
Listen, I don't know what he's talking about on that. Okay. But there's always competitive differences. Who is in front? Who's in charge, and so forth, and things like that. Mr. Parsons is an old friend of my father. Worked with my father, close to my father. But I won't say more on that. What he's saying is that Chevron John has a chance.
He just said in Union, eh? He said in Union. All right? Okay. Just now we put things into proper perspective.
Union is the larger of the islands there in the Southern Grenadines, from what I understand. And Canawan has this mixed group in terms of people coming from mainland, and so some may choose to transfer their votes and not, and so forth. So it's a complex issue. But let me say that Laverne will take the stance. Nowhere is the Southern Grenadines under threat. You have pointed out, you've noticed increased activities. For me, I hear what Mr. Parsons said. He's pointing her in there, but I know Chevron John's a smart lady. She's got her head on. As a woman, she has her head on. She knows what she's about. You know, she is going to listen and she's going to shake hands, but doesn't mean that she is going to be swayed in one way or the other. I think she has purpose and I think she is oriented in the right direction. So look out for the Southern Grenadines. Look out for the Southern Grenadines.
All right, we have a call. I think this would be our final call for this morning. Hi, Jeff. Morning.
Good morning, Doc and his angel.
Yeah.
So I see, seem like Dianna is back in studio.
Yes,
she's back from Carrie Festival, man. She has a glow.
I'm telling you,
she has a glow to her. Look at the Carrie.
Well, welcome back, Dianna. Yes, I've been following the fiesta and all that. I've been watching it, man. Seemed like it went on very, very well. So I hope that
I wanted to talk about
work out for you.
But you talk politics
the organization. We'll get some exposure and things will move on. Well, Dianna, you make Dave put you on a spot this morning?
Me?
Yeah.
What spot?
Dave put you on a spot this morning.
Where is that spot?
Yeah, I said me what spot? Dave just called you out and said don't make Dr. Thompson change.
It was Roleza. It was Roleza he was referring to.
No, Roleza, sorry. Roleza, yes. My apologies. Greatly.
Yeah, I heard him, but I couldn't do the back and forth. Yeah, just
and every song say a tight spot.
but he could also mean in a context where I am on the fence.
No.
And
he doesn't mean that. He doesn't mean that.
Particular side.
No.
Maybe that's what he meant.
He is assuming because you are one way. And she points out, she doesn't want to do this and do that because people could say she is NDP. So she
right. So I'm on the fence.
She would love to get onto the fence.
So I am on the fence, and he's probably thinking that I'm being blown in that direction. All right.
No.
Not that I am on the other side, going to another side.
What Dave is saying.
No, I am telling you why it stands with me.
Dave,
anyways, Jeff, go ahead.
That's the position she would like to be in.
But you know what? I'm glad Doc was hitting Dr. Friday and the $100,000. You have to hit him on that. They're responsible for it.
Jeff,
if you remember going back a couple of years ago,
it's
an issue. You want to hear about it once and that's it and sweep it on the carpet?
When the PM, he always come in Parliament and talking about playing field and this and that in Grenadines. You remember the PM challenged him to put money out of his own pocket for this playing field? I think it was $10,000.
$10,000.
He back down. He's not doing that. He back out of it. So you gotta hold him to the fire. All of them, government and him, you have to hold them to the fire. I mean, every week they're having boat ride going here and there. Where's the money? Every week, listen, they're going down to back on a boat ride. They're having fun. He gone away to raise fund for campaign and this and that. And can't deliver.
But remember, government is able to deliver because they are in government, right? But unless they're raising funds through their party supporters, then how are they, as an NDP, going to do these grand things that I suppose people want to see them do?
No. Jeff,
but they can do things.
Jeff, can I stop you a second? Jeff, he had a press conference. It isn't that people expected. He had a press conference to say, I will do this.
Exactly.
And where were the funds coming from, though? So you mean don't hold a press conference until you had the funds? I don't know if that's what the point that you're trying to get to. Well, not you, Jeff, Doc.
No, I'm saying the press conference over a year ago.
So where are the funds coming from? We know where government funds to do things within the constituencies or within the ministries. We know where they come from.
But this is where people talk about accountability.
When it comes to bigger things on the part of the NDP, where do their funds come from? It would have to come from party supporters or whatever means for fundraising. But if they don't generate it, then what would they do? How are they going to establish or be able to pull them off?
I agree with you, but
They always say the PM going out with a begging bowl They going out with a begging boat. They could go to a begging boat. They're raising funds in New York. They raise funds in New York. Where's the funds going to?
Roleza, what Roleza is saying?
I ain't trying to make excuses for the NDP, but you have to understand. You have to understand that it's easier for the government to execute the things that they have set out to do because it's government funds.
Yes, it is. But they have gone and said in a press conference, not in an innuendo, so we're going to try and raise some funds. We are going to raise $100,000. They said they're going to do more.
So this is one. So is this the one thing we're holding over NDP's head? Or are we going to hold multiple things, like how some persons are holding multiple things over the ULP's head?
No. But the point I'm making, if it is one thing for the Southern, I pointed out for South Windward, for South Leeward, it may not be the big issue. For the Southern Grenadines, you have said this is one thing you can count me on. Hold me to this.
Yes.
I am going to do this. And you don't deliver. How else can you be counted on delivering?
Exactly. I mean, they could go to help people. Like the man said, they could get few people, get some stuff and go and do. Look,
Travis Harry said that.
So that money wasn't it for some book thing or the other, for some scholarship thing?
Roleza, listen to this carefully.
No, but and didn't they give a scholarship to some students recently? I don't know if it was. I don't know what the magnitude of it was in comparison to what they said before.
Roleza, that's the point. So if they go and they give out $5,000, hey, we've accomplished what we did. If you say you're gonna do $100,000, you come in $5,000. Let's forget about it. Roleza, you're minimizing this.
It's not a matter of minimizing it, but I think that you are also making it seem as if they have this large expanse or they have this large amount of money at their disposal, as the same way in which the government does.
But why did they say it?
All right.
NDP have people too.
All right. I'm going to keep quiet.
They have people that NDP could go to. They always shouted they have people because Friday always say he have a lot of investors who will come into St. Vincent if they win, only if they win. So why don't he go and get some of that money from some of those investors?
A big part. Jeff,
he's out there doing things.
Jeff, can I tell you something? You see, this is where the confusion in the party. Friday would say that, and then Leacock would come back and say, guess what? We're going to put a cap on investors, on foreign direct investment. Cap on investment. We ain't going to allow beaches to come in here. Marriott? No way. We got too much. You understand? Matter of fact, we're going to sell shares in the hospital, in the airport, and the port. You understand? We're going to sell them off.
Listen,
all right, we had a...
Listen.
And Roleza would hate if I bring up CBI. I ain't bring up CBI today.
Because I'm tired.
My last thing
of it.
If you go to privatize... My last thing in.
Go ahead, Jeff.
If you go to privatize some of these things you talk about privatizing, just understand there will be no more free barrels coming into St. Vincent and Grenadines at Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, no more free barrels.
These are some interesting predictions, interesting predictions. Jeff,
hold on. You know who else tired?
All right, thank you, Jeff.
Laverne King is also tired of these things. She said, I'm tired of this stuff too. And some people are picking up on that to say they're tired of hearing about CBI. And they're tired of hearing about $100,000 being there. They're tired of hearing about that. In other words, they won't talk about something else when people are talking about those things currently. You could try to do like Dave. You could do like Dave.
I am not even trying to
say shift.
I am not even trying to extend this segment because we need to end. But Doc is interesting the way in which you put things over, right? And I'm going to just leave it at that, okay?
No, I'm going
to leave it there.
I put things over in any particular way. I'm only listening. I listen to Dave comment. Dave say, don't let David have you have no fence in a man. You know,
but I couldn't go back and forth with Dave on that particular point because it was going to extend it, right? Dave can't speak for me.
No, Dave can't.
Nobody can speak
Don't let
for
Dave
me.
Speak for you.
Yeah, and why do we make it a big deal if we haven't found out what party she's voting for, but whether she's voting for ULP or NDP, why is it a big deal?
People
have
interested.
to choose one out of the two, or out of the three, four, how much of a party?
Maybe the other parties, maybe third or fourth party, maybe other things will come up and so forth. But the point is, Dave, my challenge is not with Roleza, it's with Dave, because Dave has a particular assumption, and I'm glad that Roleza, I'm glad Roleza has rolled him back and has cautioned him not to assume what she's thinking. I have cautioned
everybody since I have been in this seat. I have cautioned everybody, and it will not stop. All right?
I know.
All right, so we head out.
That is such a minor issue, Dr. Thompson.
No, I agree with you. But for me, it's not a minor issue, the 100,000. It's not a minor issue, the CBI. It's not a matter of the leadership.
For the next time we meet, can we find some other things that we can hold the NDP to? We nobody 100,000, we nobody CBI.
You mean?
Repeatedly.
So you agree?
So can we find other things, or are we saying that's only them two things they fail and they pass everything else?
Listen.
Since we can't find any other thing to hold them against.
If they are going to finance their whole process on CBI, you have to ask them. Now that CBI dead. Yeah, that CBI has gone, and they're talking about it, and your ears hot in you. What will open up your ears a little more?
Hearing other things other than
Ask them.
I'm taking out them 3 letters out the alphabet.
Listen.
In charge of the alphabet, I'm going to
take out CBI.
Yes.
But everybody hear that. But unfortunately, it is still very much on the card, because it leaves a void that they have to fill. They now have to come and say, since CBI is gone, since Dianna has taken CBI out of the alphabet, what are they filling that alphabet with? What are they putting back in place?
I think Dianna's point is, what other things can you call them out as being failures, which is why they will not.
No, not failures.
No, but that's the point that she's making.
No.
That's the point that she's making.
I am saying, what are they? I'm more proactive. What are they looking for to create success?
Yeah, but we don't
ask them that.
All right, okay.
What are they filling CBI with?
Time out.
CBI come out of the budget, out of the alphabet.
Dr. Gerald Thompson.
Have they put into the alphabet to replace CBI? Ask Laverne King that. Put that to Laverne King.
Okay.
Let her call in now. Let's extend it another few minutes and have Laverne King call in to say, what have they replaced CBI with in the alphabet?
Dr. Gerald Thompson.
Sorry, my apologies. I apologize.
Are you actually apologizing?
Yeah, apologizing for taking time. I apologize for what I said. I apologize for taking the time.
All right, Doc. Okay, so we're very close to signing out. We're going to allow you 20 seconds. We have community
deadline. Okay, yeah, that's
all right. Sign out.
I sign out. Gerald Thompson has signed out. In short, bye.
All right, so you can catch Doc on Wednesday for not this discussion, but I would love if y'all bring it up. All right.
Oh, you want me to bring it up? I bring it up Wednesday.
All right, so with that, we are coming to the end of this segment, and we are going to jump directly into today's community dateline. All right, so Doc, see you next week.